Hi guys! So today, we are going to review or revisit the old iPhone 6s Plus and see if it's still worth it in 2020. So this was officially released in September 25, 2015. This is still a very powerful 5-year-old iPhone, and here's why. For me, this is the most complete iPhone Apple has ever built because it still has the Touch ID, the 3D Touch, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. And it is the last of the best. So its display, it has a 5.5-inch IPS LCD display. Indoor visibility is good, but when you use it outdoors, it's not that bright compared to other displays like the AMOLEDs. Watching videos on YouTube and Netflix is still very clear and crisp. Now let's talk about the design and the build quality of this phone. So this is aluminum built and it is matte, so you won't get any fingerprints. And it is very sturdy. Unlike its predecessor, the iPhone 6. There were some issues of that phone breaking easily because of the aluminum they used. It has this classic Apple design which is very popular these days and even in the future. This is available in 4 colors: rose gold, which I have one here, silver, space gray, and gold. So one thing I like about this design is they still managed to put a 3D touch on it, which is which has a nice touch to it, because the new ones they are slower, but this one, when you long press it, you can really feel the screen vibrating, and it's a lot faster. It also has a Touch ID, which is very secure for Apple devices, which the newer versions, the iPhone 10s, doesn't have. Though the aluminum scratches easily, you can just simply snap a case on it. And for me, this is better than glass, because when glass is glass, glass breaks when it falls, and it's very expensive when you try to repair it in the official Apple store. Now its performance, it has a Apple A9 chip and 2 gigs of RAM. It still supports I think 16 GB up to 128 GB storage. Performance is decent when you do your daily phone stuff like social media, watching videos, taking pictures, and also for taking videos. For gaming, this is still a very powerful phone for gaming. When you play high frame rate games like Mobile Legends, it's still very smooth compared to other newer devices which supports Snapdragons like Android phones. The only downside to this phone is its batteries, because they are not that good anymore. iPhone batteries tend to depreciate very fast when you don't charge it properly. To be honest, there are other phones within the same price range as this which offers a more powerful performance and a more reliable battery. Now let's talk about my favorite part of this phone, which is the cameras. iPhones are known for making very good quality cameras, especially for videos. I would still prefer this over newer Android phones simply because of its video quality. This will still record a video up to 4K, and that is still a very big advantage. iPhone 6s users will really appreciate the video quality of this camera, especially when they take a lot of Instagram stories, they shoot video always, and you can always use this for vlogging, just like me. This is still available online like Lazada and Shopee, and also in local stores in which you prefer. This retails for $17,990 here in our local stores, and you can find better deals online, but you must be very careful and check the product before buying it, because a lot of it is damaged or it has software defects. If you really love to take photos and videos with good quality, then I would definitely recommend this one. It has a decent performance, and my only issue here is really the battery. This will still support the latest software update for iOS, I think it's iOS 13, and will still likely support future updates. Features will be the same for newer iPhones as far as software goes. This is a perfect mid-range budget iPhone, and this is the best iPhone you can get in that price. Or if you want a cheaper one, you can get the iPhone 6s with a smaller battery. I'm going to rank this phone according to its display, its performance, cameras, build quality, and its overall value for its price. Its display is decent enough and has good viewing angles indoors but falls shortly on outdoors and deserves a 6 out of 10. I gave the cameras on these phones a 7 out of 10 since its photo and video quality is still very good and it still lives up until now, but sharpness and details fall short compared to other phones in this price range. This is one of my favorite designs. The aluminum feels solid and comfortable when you hold it in hand, and I really appreciate Apple's work in designing this great phone, and it clearly deserves an 8 out of 10. The A9 chip is a little outdated compared to the newer versions, but it still supports the latest updates. The performance is more than enough in doing your usual stuff like opening different apps, watching videos, taking pictures, and more. This chip is still compatible for gaming with high FPS games considering it's an old chipset, but the RAM is just not enough in this generation of smartphones, so I gave it a 7 out of 10. This phone was released 5 years earlier and the battery capacity for me is just not enough. It's decent for normal use, but it can't really compete with other newer smartphones, so I gave it a 5 out of 10. Overall, this phone is still great because it's still an iPhone and it's a very solid one. It's better in different ways than most other newly released phones, and in my opinion, that is what makes this phone special. As years passed by, the price really depreciated and became more affordable without losing the full Apple and iOS experience. And it deserves a 31 out of 50. So that is it for this video, guys. So if you like my ranking style, please give me a like and please subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace. Nita,